From being rivals with Mario to sharing the spotlight in the Olympic Games, to dancing with Samba de Amigo, all the way to exploring new dimensions and LEGO Dimensions with Batman and others, Sonic isn't a stranger in the slightest bit to crossovers. Though a crossover that seemed highly improbable took place during the heyday of the Wii U. That is, if you consider there being a heyday for the Wii U, but I digress. Back in 2013, Nintendo announced they signed an exclusivity deal with Sega to bring 3 titles featuring Sonic to the console. And inside of this deal was a crossover that I don't think anyone saw coming. Sonic was to officially cross over with the Legend of Zelda series in a dedicated stage in Sonic Lost World for the Wii U. This crossover was first teased in the Nintendo Direct of December 2013, where the late President Satoru Iwata stated, "And get ready to link to another special DLC for Sonic Lost World in 2014. During this comment, the game's key art pops up once again, but now there's something a little suspicious. There's some suspicious triangles hidden among the tiles of Wendy Hill. I sat there stunned and confused. Of course, I was ecstatic. I have always been interested in what Nintendo did with Zelda, but Sonic Cross The Legend of Zelda? That's gotta be the most out of left field crossover Nintendo could do with Sonic, but I was here for it. We saw the trailer for the stage drop randomly in the following March. Sonic donned the legendary green tunic and took to Hyrule Field. The world featured a sprawling landscape that had many Easter eggs, character nods, and theming, all straight from The Legend of Zelda. Finishing with the release date, we only needed to wait a single day. And on top of it, it was free? I could not wait to play. The stage takes most of its inspiration from Ocarina of Time. Now that's not too surprising though, as Ocarina of Time is one of the most influential titles of all time. Hyrule Field is here, the Deku Scrubs, the Gossip Stone, Gorons, and more. But as well, interestingly, it's not just Ocarina. The level is kind of like a culmination of many iterations of Zelda. Link flies in on his Loftwing from Skyward Sword, and then if we look in the background, Hyrule Castle itself, well, this version comes from Twilight Princess. So why Zelda over Mario or something else from Nintendo? Well, Takashi Iizuka detailed in a loosely translated interview with 4Gamer.net that The Legend of Zelda was directly chosen to avert expectation. He detailed he knew people would directly request a Mario crossover, but he felt like there was much more appeal to experience an open landscape. You could say an open zone. Plus, he wanted to use the bombs to break hidden sections to cause that recognizable tune when solving a puzzle. It was chosen for Sonic to wear the legendary green tunic, because Iizuka felt that some players might jump into the stage and see a generic grassland area and be slightly confused. The tunic, on the other hand, it had an iconic legacy behind it, and it felt easily identifiable with the Legend of Zelda series. The first half of the stage was to be more open for players to adventure out there on their own pace, to find nods to the original series, and when getting past the rocks, the stage would change to be similar more in the experience from Lost World. It's tube-like, and it has Gorons rolling down at you like a section of Ocarina where they impede on your success up Death Mountain. Additionally, the music from the stage is beautifully recreated with theming from Zelda, but it was actually composed from Sonic's own Tomoya Otani, with assistance from Iguchi. During special sections, Link would fly by on his Loftwing, shouting his "Hayas!" and giving Sonic a wave and smile. He pops up occasionally and each time treating you to a small display of what could be. Now, you need to remember this came out at a time when the first HD Link we saw was from Wind Waker. There hadn't been a game in HD in the style of Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess, or even Link in Smash Bros. At the time. So these glimpses of Link were all that we had to go off for a little bit. It gave me the impression that this is what Link would look like from now on, at least mostly. The stage finishes with Sonic uncovering a small section of temple and reacting to the collection of 3 legendary pieces. The Triforce forms together right into Sonic's hands. And there you have it. I just felt like this was such a random collaboration that seems to be forgotten or overlooked. Despite your thoughts on Sonic Lost World, the stage alone is a premium experience, blending Sonic and the Legend of Zelda series. Plus, I just wanted a reason to show off Sonic and Link's tunic. This is official. If you saw this as a screenshot, or even if you were watching a video, it would look like a mod, but it's not. It's the real deal. Anyways, as I always do, thanks for watching. Till next time.